How are you?
Doing all right, can't complain. Happy to be here, see this new team out there and compete, and get to see the crowd again.
Do you remember your last time you were back here?
I think the last time I was here, I think I played for the Lakers, and that was 2016 maybe. So it's been a while since I've been here. So I'm happy to be back. The city's changed so much. The arena's changed so much.
What emotions poured out as you entered?
I mean, as I was on the plane, I was feeling like a little bit emotional because my first time back here in the arena like this since I played / cleaned out my locker and everything. So it was actually nice to, some butterflies are in my stomach on the flight over.
Excuse my ignorance, but what are you doing now?
Oh, what am I doing now? I just signed I just got my contract for year 2 at CBS, so I'm a college sports analyst, so working behind the desk in New York throughout the season, so you catch me out there, and then I'll be calling games, during the Final Four and everything.
Wait, during your career, did you prepare for that, or did this just kind of happen?
Towards the end of my career, I felt that things weren't, I wanted to have longevity, but, the type of player that I was, I could start to see that, I have to prepare for after, life after basketball. So, while I was here, I did do some broadcasting stuff with, with the NBA and NBA TV and ESPN from time to time. So I feel like, how to take advantage of what I'm good at, decent at basketball. So I should be able to talk a little bit of basketball. So yeah.
How's that gone? I mean, basically, talk a little bit more about that, just the transition, what it's been like, doing studio stuff, doing, color for games. I mean, just what's the transition been like when you actually started doing it?
Well, it was just crazy how things happen. 1 week I am, sitting at home, and then I have a business partner who said, "Hey, I'm going trick or treating with a neighbor of mine, and he's the guy that hires, the talent at CBS. They're looking for a retired NBA player." So after that week, they threw me on air, and then just try to get better and better each time. The small steps, just try to learn as much as possible, give my side of the story as a player, be myself. So I'm enjoying it, but there's life after basketball, and I think I'm finding my own now.
What are you finding are the challenges? I mean, there's a lot of little things that go into it. We've seen people go into that.
When I used to play, I used to prepare myself, watch film, on the people I'm guarding, my teammates and stuff. So that I apply that the same way. If I have 3 games slated on a Thursday, I like to watch the last 3 games of each of the teams that I'm covering, so I can get a good feel and stuff. So it's a lot of time you have to put into it. And now that I'm got my contract prior to the season starting, I'm able to do some prep work and stuff. So it's just like Batman, enough prep time, you should be able to get it done.
Or when you were here, you were always disappointed that AllStars moved away from centers, the devaluing your position. Now, the last couple MVPs have been centers. What does that mean to you personally as a center?
I mean, it's good to see it. I feel like the type of center I was like a back to the basket center who didn't have that much range. So it's obviously one-dimensional. You get a post up in the paint. You don't score, it's one and done. You're able to spread the floor, hit threes, you can get a chance for offensive rebounds. So, the writing was on the wall, but at the same time, it's just I'm happy to see that big guys are able to score inside and out. Joel, I worked with when I was in Philly, Joker. I was in Denver for my last year in the league. I was in Denver towards the end of my career there. So just seeing his maturation and just to see the type of player that he is, I'm happy for it. But you have to be a very special big guy to either get drafted into the NBA, stay in the NBA, and then succeed as well.
What was your takeaway from working with the team? Do you just prefer TV because of the flexibility, be with kids, all that?
So I'll just say this: coaching, and I have no problem working my way from the bottom. I took a job as a player development associate, so I was getting the chairs for the guys, to put around. I was filling up water cups and stuff. And I have no problem doing that, but sometimes you have to babysit some players, and the type of vets that I had, the type of coaches that I had when I was playing early on, really taught me how to be a pro. And I felt that at that time with certain players there that I won't name, you had to watch how you said some constructive criticism with them, and I was just like, I'm okay. If I can't help coach you and push you, I think that I'm okay. So broadcasting is a lot easier, I feel like.
When you think of this city and this building, what are the memories that come back? The strongest memories, the best memories?
Man, people always think it's for me it would be like the Melo block or the wins against the Miami series and stuff. But to be honest with you, it was just seeing when I first got here in 2008, and it was right after the brawl, a couple years after the brawl. Nobody was in the arena. You could hear a pin drop, and then slowly you started doing the small steps to like get better. And I feel like Indiana, the Pacer fans, this city, blue collar, hardworking people. We're not, it's not like a sexy city like LA or Miami. I feel like when you, diving on the floor for loose balls, doing the dirty work, I feel like, that's what the Pacer fans and Indianapolis, fans really appreciate. So I feel like they're hardworking people, and I feel like you show that on the court, that'll resonate with them, win or lose.
Were you aware your fan section's still going with AllStar?
I'm happy. Like I said, there was nobody here when I first came, and then we started the section, and then George Hill had a section, and then to have Miles continue that to give back to the fans is just it's amazing. So that was the goal, and hopefully they come out in big forces as well.
How much have you watched or kept up with this franchise since playing for them?
For the last couple of years, I kept up with it. After I got traded, I was just like, forget y'all. But at the same time, time heals all wounds and everything like that. But I'm always going to be a Pacer no matter what, and I'll always root for them. Everybody I talked to back there said the guys are hungry. They work hard. They don't skip steps. They don't miss reps. They want to learn. They want to. So they have a good group of young guys that are hungry. So hopefully they can build off of that, and maybe the East is kind of top heavy, maybe, so maybe they can do what they have to do and sneak in there, get a good seeding, and then make some noise in the playoffs.
Did you talk to George when he came back here last year at all?
Oh yeah, I talked to G Hill, and I think he was always a good veteran presence and everything. Even when we were playing, he was always a good presence. So, but again, he said a lot of things have changed here as well.
Were you able to watch the walkthrough or anything like that?
I said, a part of me is like the coaches. This is their first game. I don't want to be a distraction or anything like that. So I didn't watch the walkthrough. So I'm just going to be a fan and spectate. To be honest with you, walk around the city and just taking pictures and like the old days. So I'll probably walk out the steps and up the and leave out the pavilion with everybody else tonight. So, but yeah.
What are your thoughts on Indiana getting an All-Star game?
I mean, I'm excited because, another thing that I said up here was like a lot of people don't watch us play. So at the same time, it's actually nice to see that, Indiana's getting a little bit of spotlight and everybody can come here and see, what Indy has to offer and how much the fans and NBA fans will appreciate it.
What do you think about that quote now in retrospect?
I mean, I feel like it always resonates, because, like I said, we're not a sexy city, you don't have, we used to see, we played here, we sit in the locker room and, NBA TV or ESPN will have like a package of, these games and they don't even show the Pacers, so we felt slighted, and I feel like that should be a chip on the shoulder. I'm not sure if that's still how it is here, but I always kept that chip on our shoulder, and if it is the same way, I feel like those guys in that locker room, we'll do something about it.
Stay in touch with Frank?
Oh, I talked to Frank, yeah, really happy for Frank. Stay in touch with Frank, D. West, G. Hill, Paul, a lot of my old teammates. So yeah. But I have 4 kids under 6, so don't get to stay in touch with that much. But I'm cleaning diapers and changing diapers and stuff for the most part. So this one night away is actually pretty nice.
Did you get to go across the street too?
Oh, I have to go across the street. It was actually nice, man. The facilities here.
Wish you had something like that.
Yeah, I mean, the Pacers are providing, everything possible for the team and the players to succeed. So, it's real nice. So I know they appreciate it.
All good?
Thank you, Roy.
Thank you, Roy.
I didn't say anything, right?
Good to see you.